CI Living continues now with the Lands Inc. Home and Garden Virtual Expo, sponsored by Excel EcoClean.
Well, in today's day and age, you want to be confident that your home is safe and secure. I am joined now by Todd Ratliff, the owner of Total Home and Farm Video Solutions. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about your business and kind of an overview of what you're all about.
We are a video camera company. We install surveillance cameras. We don't charge any monthly fees. We sell you the system, we install the system, we train you on how to use the system, and then we service the system.
We're here standing in front of an example of what it might look like,
Exactly.
A camera actually installed. Why is it important that people maybe invest in having these cameras around their home or farms or businesses?
In today's day and age, we have to do our part as well. So when something happens at your location, law enforcement's going to come out and they're going to look for fingerprints, tire tracks, footprints, anything that can give us a direction to go, because law enforcement might not know you or your family or who you deal with or what you do on a daily basis. With having a camera system where you can simply put a thumb drive in it and pull the data off and hand it to the police officer and possibly give him a license plate or a really good description of the person, it's going to help to get that case solved a lot quicker, and in hopes of getting you your stuff back as quick as we can.
Yeah, well, that's one scenario of why that would be important to have. Let's talk to our farmers out there and why this would be beneficial, not only to keep, their belongings safe and secure, but just in general, maybe they've got something happening in the barn or the shed that they need to know about.
Right. We've actually revolved everything that we've done here with building the systems around the farm so that we can accommodate the cattle barn and the machine shed and the home and be able to put it all together, in some cases with no internet at all, and in other cases with internet that's just weaker than most. So we have some hurdles that we have to deal with, but we found different ways that we could deal with that to be able to accommodate the farmer. And really what we're trying to do is open doors for them, so that they can go to their daughter's volleyball game or their son's basketball game and not have to worry about being at the barn 4 or 5 times in that night to check on their heifers to see if they're ready to calve. With the things going on out in the rural areas now with people stealing fuel and things like that, having the cameras so that we can get that information to the sheriff's deputies is huge, not only to help you, but to help the other farmers in your area. Because they usually don't just go for one. They try to get everything they can get.
Okay, let's talk the Wi-Fi, the signal, because I know out in rural areas it can be a little spotty, like you mentioned, but you have some pretty cool technology that you use that's radio? Yeah,
it's a UHF wave radio, and it allows us to interrupt the connection and go wireless with a wired connection. So where most folks get 30 to 50 feet away from their router before they start losing signal, with a wireless camera, we can take our wired cameras wireless up to 6.4 miles.
So that means you could have it on your house, you could have it out on your machine shed in the backyard and not have to worry about that signal being cut off or lost.
All on the same system. And whenever we do this and you have internet at your home, let's say your husband has his man cave in the back with his barn, he wants to put a TV in, but there's no internet there.
Right.
That's a common problem. With us putting up our radios and setting up the internet connection to his barn, he would now have internet out there. He'd be able to have his TV and his iPad for his music and anything that he wanted. So it just, once again, it helps open some doors for folks. And once again, there would be no more monthly fees for that. It would be your current internet fee. So there's different cameras for different situations just to help actually give the consumer exactly what they're looking for.
Yeah, and that's why we have you to come out and tell them. And when you can get a clear picture like that behind us, that's really, really cool. It's unfortunate that we live in times that we feel like we need that extra, security and protection, but thank goodness we have options.
Absolutely.
And now's the time to check it out. So we appreciate you having us.
Thank you so much.
All right, if you want to learn a little bit more about Total Home and Farm Video Solutions, we will connect you at CILiving.tv, and we thank the Lands Inc. Home and Garden Virtual Expo, sponsored by Excel EcoClean, for today's segment.